cheap tripods. I don't have a lot of funding. Nice backdrop, huh? A house that needs to be pressure washed. Let's get on this side. That's a little bit better. I'm really late. The other video is still uploading. It's how do you know if you're a starseed? So yeah, we're gonna get into all this again today, and I know a lot of people have questions. A lot of people are in disbelief because they don't understand the build up to that. There's actually some believable stuff to this. There's a lot of scientific explanations for this stuff. Sorry, I'm a little late. I was trying to find a comment to reply to, and I finally found one on a video. It's how do you know if you're a starseed, or how do you know if you're a type 2 hybrid? It's not fakery, Sharon. There's actually CIA agents coming out right now talking about it. Check out one of my videos. I uploaded a clip of a CIA agent talking about it, and some other people as well. So you can check that out. There's actually a lot of data backing this stuff up. So a lot of people are in denial, and a lot of people don't even want to believe. They don't want to hear the research. Yeah. So that's why he's not with the CIA anymore. He never wanted to, he never got into like too far in where he had to sign any NDAs. So he knew information, and then he left the CIA, and now he's talking about it. His name is John Ramirez. So hopefully I'll be talking to him soon, and we'll have a really nice conversation. I believe that would be really nice, because he also identifies as a type 2 alien hybrid. We are always been amongst you. Always. And there's been other type 2 hybrids throughout. It does take 4 generations, but it's been going on and on forever and ever. Like there's another one and another one behind that, you know. So it's type 2 alien hybrids have been here for a very, very, very long time. And Jesus was most likely one of them. And I know that's triggering for a lot of people. But so yeah, to be here on this planet, to do what we have to do, you have to have the right vessel. You have to have the right body. It's like an astronaut suit, but it's made of flesh and bones. So we have to have a few upgrades, and like galactic health doctors keeping us healthy and stuff. So that's what the Federation has been doing. They've been editing our genetic code over time. But anyway, you guys are getting too far into this stuff. We need to focus on love and compassion. That's why we came out, to tell you the reason why we're here, which is to help you have more love in your heart, and to get back to nature, get back to loving all beings of light, or loving all beings, everything equally, everyone, everything, all equally. Everything is divine. You guys are divine. You guys are so beautiful. There's a lot of negative people, a lot of toxic people out there. I've seen them all in the comments recently. It's so sad. It's I can't even go through the filtered comments. There's thousands of them. It just makes me feel all icky. So I can't even go through them anymore. Do I want to contact aliens? What are and where are they from? I don't know. You have to answer that question. Do you want to contact aliens? And they are from all kinds of different places. They come from other dimensions, other planets, other timelines, other universes. There's so many types of non-human intelligences that come from all over. So yeah, it rained here. It was sprinkling earlier. If it gets too bad, we'll have to move to the car. Yeah, a lot of people are like, "Oh, if you're so almighty, can you do this and do that?" I never said I was almighty. I never said that I could, you know, do magic feats and stuff. I just said we have more psychic abilities than a normal person. And then they're like, "Oh, give me the lottery numbers and stuff." Like it's getting wild in the comments, and my messages, my DMs are getting so cluttered with just complete nonsense and chaos. And some of it's really nice and good and respectful, but 90% of it is like, "Hey, can I marry you? Can you give me the lottery numbers?" It's like complete nonsense stuff. So yeah. This is not mental health or any like mental illness or anything. This is actually something very, very real. A lot of us identify as starseeds here in this channel, starseeds / alien hybrids. So I'm not the only one. You're surrounded by people. You're surrounded by us and all beings that love you. The Galactic Federation. I am literally a representative of the Galactic Federation. Nice to meet you. So I'm here to answer your questions as best as I can and to the best of my ability. I don't know everything, and let the questions fly. I know a lot about aliens and the universe and reality itself, so I can teach you so many things, and we could just get right into it, or I can answer questions. So no, I don't wear the headband all the time, but I do wear it around the house sometimes. Yes, I am near Greenville. Yes, Indigo Child, Starseed, it's all the same thing. I don't know anything about map teams. How do you contact only the good aliens? Have good intentions in your heart. We can talk about how to contact ETs. By the way, if you guys are in here, please tap the screen if you want to show some love, show some support. We only got 928 likes and there's 80 of you in here. We need to get the likes going, especially when we start the live stream. It really does help. So please, let's see how fast and high we can get the like count in just a short amount of time with 88 of you in here. It's like a really cool experiment to do sometimes, just to watch the numbers fly up. I think that's pretty cool. And by the way, we got I believe it was 6,000 followers in the last 3 days, which is absolutely incredible. So there are people out there that believe us and want to hear more and who want to better themselves. So that's amazing. What aliens have cat eyes? That is the Lyrans. The Lyrans are the cat-like aliens. I do have some educational pictures that we can put up as well. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Bear with me for 1 second. Okay. Alright, so we're going to go over some alien education today. I will still answer hybrid alien questions if you guys have any questions about us and hybrids. But we need to get back to our alien education as well. So there's different types of ETs. These are the most common ones that you'll interact with eventually, or have already, probably some of you in here. And we'll go over how to contact them. I have a pinned video on my channel if you guys want to go over that information as well again in the future. I don't know about any portals in August. So the first ETs here on the list are Pleiadians, and please tap the screen if you guys are in appreciation of this knowledge and my time, because I'm giving you guys my time all the time, and it's draining me. Plus I'm creating the United Experiences Initiative, and I'm doing all kinds of stuff, and I'm messaging hundreds of people every day trying to spread enlightenment and love. So anyway, the first ones are Pleiadians. They are Nordic type beings, the Nordics that you've heard of before. They have blonde hair, blue eyes. They usually wear blue suits, and they usually travel in pairs, but not always, but they usually do. I've seen them. Hang on. I don't know what that tractor's doing. They're just passing by. Okay, so I've seen Pleiadians / Nordics. I've seen them in my room. I've seen them in my dreams. I've seen them on the ships. I've seen them in person, as in like civilian settings. So I've seen them in every way possible. They're absolutely amazing. They're divine. Sometimes they are about 5.5 feet tall to like 6-7 feet tall. It just varies, and they don't always have blonde hair, but the ones I've encountered all have blonde hair. I've heard of some people encountering some with brown hair, so there's that as well. So they speak telepathically. They can speak verbally if they want, but telepathic is the go-to for them usually. And they can teleport. They can change, like through their consciousness, they can change their frequency and shift where they want to go in the universe and then materialize. So it's actually really awesome. Oh, thank you. You just sent the first gift ever. Sent the first rose to the gift they've ever sent. Wow, thank you so much, Rebecca. That's so cool. That's the second time this week we got a gift for the first time from someone. That's awesome, John. I'm so proud of you for practicing your CE5 and your telepathic communications. I smell the diesel from that tractor. I'm very sensitive to that type of stuff. If you're also a type 2 hybrid, you know what I mean? Alright, so yeah, Pleiadians are amazing. They are pretty much divine and angelic in my opinion, as they all are. So, the Greys. Now, there's a lot of misinformation about Greys. People think, oh, the Greys are bad. They clump them into one box, right? No, they're not bad. There are some that are in service to self, and they may seem like bad, but they're just in service to self, and they don't care about humans. But the majority of them do care about humans, and they're very gentle. But most of the bad stories you hear about them are people who misunderstand the encounters with them. For instance, people who are abducted, type 2s, will not know who they are, pretty much, that they're a type 2, and they'll get abducted their whole life, but they won't remember everything properly, but so their mind fills in the gaps, and it will be a traumatizing experience. Your body experiences trauma from shock, right? But if you go into hypnosis, usually if we go into hypnosis, 90% of the time or 99% of the time, you will remember a positive experience. They are here to help you and uplift you so you can go forward and help humanity. So the Greys, sometimes they vary in height very slightly, but you also have the tall Greys and then you have the short Greys. The tall Greys are the ones giving out the orders for like different programs and missions that they're doing. Like, so for instance, if they come to take you to give you an upgrade or something, the tall one will administer the actual procedures and direct the smaller ones to like hand them tools and then and do different things around the lab and stuff. So anyway, mantis beings, they also play a similar role in guiding projects, just like the tall Greys. They are masters in genetics. Yes, they are masters in genetics, and they have a really, really big role in creating type 2 hybrid bodies like mine and others. So the mantis beings are very, very gentle. They're very divine and amazing. They love wearing their red robes. They love to dance, actually. They love to play. They love to tap into their inner child. But so does the Greys, by the way. The Greys are also, they have that childlike mentality, but also as a wise person. So it's kind of like a really interesting mix. But anyway, the mantis beings, they usually only appear through the mind, like through dreams and meditations, but they have appeared in person very rarely for some people. You can do this research and find these encounters for yourself. All this information is out there. I'm not making any of this stuff up. Hey Adam, welcome in. And they're not here to hurt you, I promise. They're not here to hurt you. All of these are part of the Galactic Federation, and they're here to help you. So the mantis beings, perfect, amazing. I love them so much. I can't wait to meet them in person one day, but you know, all in due time. So the next ones, the reptilians. Now, a lot of reptilians get a bad rap. I know you've all heard about the reptilians stealing people, eating their blood, eating their children, all this stuff. And just remember, this is entertainment purposes only. But they're not all bad. Okay, I can't contest to all the bad things you've heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know that there are good reptilians. This part I do know for sure. I do know that there are good ones, and there are people who remember being good reptilians in another life that I spoke to, okay, and people who have more reptilian DNA than any other alien DNA in their hybrid blood, like type 2 hybrids. Yes, there are type 2 reptilian starseeds, and those are the ones that are the most scared to come out right now, because they're so scared of ridicule because of what the other reptilians have made them look like they made them look bad, right? So they are really like going to be the last ones, the type 2s, to come out, and especially the reptilians themselves, the good reptilians. But the good ones stay away. They stay far back, and they admire humanity from afar, and every now and then they might come to you in your consciousness and give you some guidance and love, but their interactions are very slim. So light beings are very interesting. Light beings come from a higher dimension, the highest higher dimension, right before you get to God's source consciousness, right? There's layers in the universe. They come from a very, very high density, okay? Like a high dimension, same thing, dimension, density. So they are literally like the right hand of God, the right hand of consciousness, right? They go forth and sometimes they create life, sometimes they flourish life, sometimes they just go forth and observe, but sometimes they incarnate into bodies, into type 2 hybrid bodies, right? So type 2 hybrid bodies are genetically designed by the Federation to hold certain souls and light beings to help humanity and other civilizations. And just to let you know, I am a light being. That's not a secret. I've told people this before. I am a light being, and this was shown to me by a mantis. I know all this sounds pretty wild and crazy, and it sounds unbelievable, but it's very, very true. This stuff is the new reality that you're going to be introduced to. So laugh now and get educated later. So thank you so much. Oh my God, Rebecca, thank you so much for subscribing. Yes, if you guys want to subscribe just like Rebecca did, it's like $1, $2 a month. It's really, really cheap. You guys can really help out, and I need so much help for financial reasons and for the organization that I'm starting to help the world. So if you guys want to help out, that would be awesome. Anyway, back to aliens. So I don't charge from any Zoom classes. I don't charge for any alien information. All the money that I get is donation based on your behalf. Like, I'm not making you donate anything. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you. And I just want to let you guys know, I got invited to the Soul Foundation Symposium in Italy, like a personal invitation, which is pretty cool. I probably won't be going, though, unfortunately. For one, I don't have a lot of money to travel and stuff, and two, it's just, I don't know, if I want to do it. So, I just thought that was cool to throw out there, that I was personally invited to the Soul Foundation Symposium, which is kind of interesting. And it just shows to you that people are listening, especially in professional fields, in the alien research fields and UAP research. People are listening. They know who I am. Okay, so I am a representative of the Federation, and they are listening to me. Finally, they're seeing me. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. So let me take a drink. What is the difference between spirit and soul? There's no difference, my friend. Spirit and soul is the same exact thing. Spirit. Some people use the term spirit very loosely. They're like, oh, let me talk to spirit. Spirit told me this. You are talking about God, source consciousness, the conscious field of reality, our highest self, where we're all connected in the field of knowledge. That is spirit. When people are talking about spirit, that is spirit. Your soul is the same thing as spirit. You're connected. Your soul is connected to spirit. So technically it's the same thing. It's like a branch on a tree, right? So we can get into how reality works. I can tell you breaking it all down, and reincarnation and all that stuff. I know you guys are very thirsty for knowledge, and you need guidance, because a lot of you are getting out of religion and you need guidance. You need to know what to believe and who to believe. How about believe someone who has direct knowledge and connection with ETs? And they can tell you, I can tell you what they have figured out about reality and God. Yes, they have a spirit, and they go exactly where we go, to our higher selves, and then we choose to go into another life and learn more lessons and have more experiences. How I saw myself an alien with Tall was 3 seconds after I watched Behind. Probably a past life where you were an alien. Something is like, oh, okay, it's an ant trying to bite me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, that's something that I can't really do, Ken, unfortunately, but there is something called bilocation, where I can meditate really, really hard and shift my consciousness to another location and create another version of me, like not another version, but another a density of me, like a extension of me, but I haven't got to that point yet where I can do that, and all of you will be able to do that one day as well in the new world. I think it was it Mary Magdalene, or gosh, I got to get these names right. Someone back in history actually did this, and it was documented, so it's very, very real. That's awesome. That's awesome, Lyron. Yeah, that, like I just said, Libra, I don't have the ability to do that right now, so I don't know how I can prove it to you. You can look up the information if you want. If you're really thirsty and if you really, really want to know, you can look up this information. I don't think they eat cheeseburgers, no. Actually, the Pleiadians eat mostly vegetables. I am a hybrid alien. But there are millions of us out there living amongst you, and some of us don't even know that they're hybrid aliens. We have more alien DNA than you. You technically have alien DNA as well. All of you have alien DNA within you, but type 2 alien hybrids have more alien DNA. Yes, let's go back to light beings. Sorry about that. So light beings, they can physically form their energy into a physical body for a short amount of time on Earth. In the 3D, right? To help humanity in certain pivotal moments in their life or in history. So, for example, if you had ever heard about people trapped in cars or buildings and stuff, and this person shows up, and they're very heavenly, they're awesome, they feel like angels, and they show up and they hold their hand until help gets there, right? And then when help gets there, they disappear, and the paramedics and whoever shows up, they're like, who was that? And they're like, I don't know who you're talking about. There was nobody there. Light beings, and they also get misidentified as angels. And let's talk about misidentification. Labels. Humans love their labels. You guys love your labels. I know you do. That's the reason I categorized us hybrids into different types, because I know you love your labels and it's easier for you guys to understand. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Oh my God, yeah, we're getting so many subscribes lately. It's insane. Maybe that's how I'll be able to start quitting my job. If I can get like millions of subscribers, that would be amazing, and I could just go forth and help humanity in a greater way. That would be so awesome. So yeah, labels. So demons don't exist. Angels are just another a type of non-human intelligence. There are dark entities that do get labeled as demons. See what I'm saying? People created labels through religion and different belief systems, but seriously though, do you know what you're labeling? Do you know the facts? Do you really know the facts? See what I'm saying here? Like if you see a shadow figure, there's probably 10 to 12 different species of ETs that can appear as a shadow figure because they're shifting into your dimension halfway. You created a label called a shadow figure. So anytime you see a shadow figure, it could be 10 to a dozen other types of ETs that are shifting into your dimension. You are creating labels that you don't know what you're labeling. And it's okay. I'm not upset. We're not upset about that. It's just we need to dissolve our labels, okay? Dissolve our labels, except for the hybrid labels, which it helps make sense of things. So, yeah. Thank you for the likes, guys. We're at 30,000 already. That's insane. Thank you so much. And we have 323 of you in here. This is amazing. Thank you so much for being in here, Venus. See, Venus is also a type 2 hybrid. We do live amongst you. Most of us call ourselves indigo children, star seeds, light workers. It's all the same thing. How does a spaceship work? Good question. So here's a little bit of background information about me before I figured out that I was a Starseed representative, a Starseed galactic ambassador, pretty much. So the UFOs, the UAPs, the NHI, non-human intelligences, started showing up for me in 2008. All the way back in 2008 when I moved here to Tennessee. They started showing up as saucers and orbs. My girlfriend's seen them. Her family has seen them. But I've seen them mostly because they're going to me to try to get me to wake up, right? So I also have tons of footage and stuff. Sorry, I had some watermelon earlier. It's making me a little burpy. So a year and a half ago, they started contacting me. Now, before that, I started getting out of religion and into spirituality about 4 years ago. Okay? And a year and a half ago, they made contact with me. The Federation did, through dreams. They started, like, very slowly. It was almost like they were connecting to my brain. And it was the grays at first. And they were just, I felt like they were just, like, connecting wires and stuff in my head, and it was very interesting. But dream contact is very, very real. So if you have any dreams about ETs, take them very seriously. They're probably trying to communicate with you for the first time to get you comfortable for the new world. So yeah, after that, they came to me a few more times in my dreams, checking on me, talking to me, and then I started being taken on the ships. I was taken on the ships 3 times in 2024, and one time when I was 2 that I didn't know about, I did a hypnotic regression session, and I was taken back to 2, and I found that out. So apparently I've been taken my whole life, and that's another symptom or another characteristic of being a type 2 hybrid. So our DNA is continuously enhanced, and we've been checked up on. Her health has been checked up on our whole life. I've been very sick my whole life, and they tried to keep me really healthy. So yeah, so I gotta stop reading some of these comments. They're throwing me off. Thank you so much for the gifts, guys. Thank you. This is my real voice. I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, where was I? I lost my train of thoughts. Oh, yeah. Okay, so they took me 3 times in 2024, always to check up on me and heal me or put me through some kind of test to see if I'm ready for my next stage in my mission here on this planet. And I know all this sounds like science fiction, it sounds like woo, but it's really, really true. All this is very, very true. And just because I wear a headband, which actually cost $100 that I got years ago, it's handmade, it doesn't mean that I'm loony or anything. I just like wearing headbands, just like you like wearing turtlenecks or whatever you like to wear. We all have our own different things, but why judge somebody for what they wear? Anyway, I'm getting off track. So, my whole life I've loved wearing headbands anyway. So yeah, I can tell you about my stories on the ship, and I can tell you about how some of the technologies work. I can tell you about, so I lost my train of thoughts. I can tell you a lot about the ETs themselves. We just went over that. And I can tell you how to contact them. I can explain some of the technologies on the ship. Yes, Mary, you're right. Okay, that would help me a lot, yeah. Thank you so much, Marie. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so let's go into the ships, right? This is going to blow your mind. Blow your mind, guys. And right, by the way, we're holding steady at 333 viewers. I thought that was kind of cool. So real quick, if all 300 of you, 333 of you tap the screen really fast for a minute, I'd like to see how fast we can get the likes up. Oh my God, that's so cute. I love it so much. Oh, I love it. So, okay. How many of you, just quick pop quiz, how many of you know what microtubules are? I just want to see if anybody in this chat knows what a microtubule is. I just want to see if you know what that is. What was that? Somebody subscribed? Oh my God, Jay Rillo, thank you so much for the subscribe. Oh my God, I can't even count on how many subscribers that is this week. Oh my God, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. By the way, people who subscribe, you have special emojis that you can post in the chat. They're really awesome, so I hope you like them. So let's talk about the technologies anyway. So I don't know for a fact if it involves artificial microtubules, but let's talk about microtubules and then we'll get into the ships. Microtubules are these tiny little structures in your brain. Thank you so much for the hearts, guys. Thank you. There's these tiny little tubular structures in your brain that are supposedly channeling consciousness. Okay? They are channeling the source consciousness from reality itself into this body. Okay? And that's how the soul interacts with the body. That's how you get consciousness. And we have 8 out of 15 hearts, by the way. That's amazing. Let's see if we can reach our goal today. So I have a theory combined with what I know about the technology. We'll get into the theory in a minute. Just put the microtubule things to the side now. So what I know about the ships is they have consciousness. Okay, the ships are alive. Not all of them, but the ones that I'm specifically talking about that most of the Federation uses, they are alive. And I don't mean organically. I don't mean AI. I mean they are truly alive. Consciousness. God's source, pure divine consciousness. Thank you so much, Positively. Thank you for subscribing. Oh my God. Oh my God, so many subscribers. We got so many subscribers now. We could probably do like a subscriber live only sometimes. That would be awesome. We can get into some more personal information and stuff. So, yeah, the ships are alive. So let me explain. God's source consciousness, our highest self, which is God, which is everything, flows through the ship. The ship is alive with God's source consciousness. That's why the occupants, the pilots, their consciousness connects with the ship and they drive the ship in this way. If you are full of love and compassion, or if you are a highly functioning autistic person, any of these characteristics and full of love, you connect your consciousness with the consciousness of the ship. This is how it works, okay? So you have to be a divine, true being to be able to pilot these ships, to be able to connect with them, because the ships are alive and they have their own auras because of that too, which is pretty cool. And it's not like they're gonna take control and like crash the ship or anything. Oh my God, another subscriber. Oh my God, Katrina. Oh my God, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Oh my God, another one. You guys are too good to me today. Oh my God, thank you so much. It really, really means a lot. I'm really, really struggling financially, so you guys are really, really helping me. And once I get to the point where I'm more financially stable, we're going to get the UEI, the United Experience Initiative, off the ground in a much greater way and have more donations flowing in. And then we're going to donate to a lot of other causes in the world. But we're just not going to donate to different places because we all know that those donations don't go to those places, right? We are going to go to these people, go to these places, and give them the money directly and track where the money goes. Okay, we're not going to be like, here, take this money and let it float off to the government or something like that. No, we're going to be doing things with this money too. We're going to be building new school systems to help teach your kids spirituality, good mental health, how to live life, not some stuff that they don't want to learn, you know. And we're going to flourish their skills. We're going to take what they need, what they're good at. And oh my God, thank you for the subscribe, Rebecca. Oh my God, or whoever that was. I don't think your name was Rebecca. I lost the name. Thank you so much, whoever you were. Thank you so much. So yeah, we're going to be developing school systems to teach psychic abilities, mental health, and spiritual health, and teach people how to live. And we're going to flourish their skills. We're going to see what they're good at and flourish their skills. You know what? The same school system for the Pleiadians. I kid you not. It's the same type of school system for the Pleiadians, and we're going to have galactic schools here on Earth. The United Experiences Initiative, if you want to be a part of it, you check out the links in the link tree. We would love to have you in our Discord. We're still getting our 501c3 established so we can be an international nonprofit. Okay? And I'm not here to steal your money or trick you. It's not a scam. This is a movement, first of all, to help experiencers come forward to teach all of you what we've been taught from the ETs, which is love and compassion, and to how to get back to your center, to Earth, and relearn all your psychic abilities. You've lost these over thousands of years, and this is why the Type 2 hybrids are here. And you don't have to be a Type 2 hybrid, and you don't even have to be an experiencer to join the United Experiencers Initiative. It is a movement for all who want world change, better environments, better school systems, cleaner water, cleaner food. If you want a new world and want to be part of creating the new paradigm, then the United Experiences is for you. Time for change is now. And what better than to create an organization for that change? We need a voice. We need a singular entity, an organizational entity to get behind so we can push our message and get into Congress and do sit-ins and do peaceful protests. So it's time to make a stand. It's time to make this world a better place so we can get in touch with the galactic communities and be a part of the galactic greater the greater communities. Wouldn't you guys want to be part of the galactic community and go forth and just spread love and compassion and help other civilizations eventually? Like, take what we're doing, you're gonna go out and do this one day on other worlds. Wouldn't that be awesome? Even if it's in another body. So anyway, let's reel it back just a little bit. So technologies, there's also something called the soul transference technology. Now, a lot of people really like this one. Some beings have and can do this at will. They can change their bodies. They can leave their body and go into another body that was genetically grown for them. But there's also technology that will assist them for that. That will assist them lifting their soul out and putting them into another body. And they also have med beds for all medical stuff. They can cure everything and cleanse your body of all toxins and pull it right out of your body. I've actually had carbon monoxide pulled right out of my lungs on the ship. I kid you not. I'm a real experiencer, and I've had marks left on my back as well. I have physical evidence, and a lot of scientists are very interested in my story, and I'm going to be scientifically investigated and scrutinized very soon, which is fine because I'm all for it. But anyway, but yeah, they cleared my lungs out one time. There's a whole story to that. I can show you the marks on my back, yes. Hang on. Okay, so here are the marks on my back, and while we got them up, I'll tell you the story of when I was taken and these marks were left. Now, this is called the red grid mark phenomenon, but I did not know that at the time that this was actually a documented thing that other experiencers have had. So let's go over this experience. I'm going to talk about my experiences a little bit today. And this also helps you guys understand that they're not here to hurt you. They're here to help you. They're here to help us help you. So this is not made up. I promise you this is not made up, okay? I'm telling you the truth. I'm literally putting everything I have out here on the line, telling you my story, and I encourage other people to come forward. And it's people like you that it's saying nonsense and this is not true. You're making it hard for other experiencers to come forward. Do you really want disclosure from the government, or do you want disclosure from the people? Anyway, so let's talk about this. This happened about a year ago. I went to the dentist, and I had some teeth removed, of course, you know, as you do at the dentist usually. But they had to put me to sleep. And the next week or so, I felt really groggy and tired the whole following week. And I was like, I talked to the Federation. I was in telepathic communication with them at this time, and still am currently. And I asked them, I said, can you guys please do something? I need help. I can't function. I'm feeling really tired. I just can't do these live streams. I can't teach about you guys and be a representative. So they healed me. So what happened is when I went to bed, I woke up in the morning like nothing had happened. And I was like, okay, maybe nothing happened. But then my girlfriend saw the marks on my back, right? And they didn't burn, they didn't sting. If she didn't point them out, I wouldn't have known. Thank you so much, Figurine. Thank you for subscribing. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh my God, you guys have no idea how much you're helping me out. Oh wow. Oh wow. Thank you so much. I can't get over that. Oh. My solar plexus is just like shining so bright right now. Thank you. So, yeah, this is very, very true story. Very true story. You can look up the red grid mark phenomenon on Facebook. There's a Facebook group. You can learn all about the red grid mark phenomenon. I'm not lying to you. The facts are there. They're laid out for you. You can call me a liar all you want, but the facts and scientific data is there. So anyway, thank you so much. Thank you. So anyway, back to the story. When I woke up and started moving around, I was like, wait a minute. I feel really good. Like I could run a marathon. I felt really energized all through the day. Even after that day, I felt like I was just like on fire. Like I was just going and going, and it's like super pumped and energized. But that day, the first day, at the end of the day, I asked them, I said, can you guys please show me what happened? Like, I want to know what happened. I know it was you guys. Thank you so much, Mary. Thank you. You're making me want some cake. But I asked them because I knew it was them, and they said, okay. So when I went to sleep, they showed me. And it wasn't a dream, it was a real memory. There's a difference between a memory coming back and a dream. A memory is you can remember, you can feel, you can like sense everything, right? So when I went to sleep, they showed me. They unlocked that memory that they suppressed inside of me. So I was laying on a white table in a white room. It's always, for us abductees, it's always a white room usually, or a dark room. But I was laying on a white table in a white room. Everything was curved and smooth around me. It was like curved, right? There was a tube in my right nostril and a tube in my right ear. And it was about this big around is what it felt like. Felt like that. And I was just laying there and I couldn't really look to my left or right too much. But I could look down at the end of the bed. Now I do have a illustration here to show you what I saw. Let me pull that up real quick. Okay, so look at the one at the bottom left here, and we'll go over these other guys here in a second. So when I looked down at the end of the table, there were 4 or 5 beings standing there wearing blue suits. They had blonde hair. I couldn't see their faces, probably because I didn't have my glasses on when they took me. But collectively in my mind, they said, shh, it's okay. And then I passed that on the table. Now, these are Pleiadians. These are Pleiadians. I know that from the energy signature and because they wear blue suits and they have blonde hair. These are the Nordic Pleiadians. I've met them on the ship. I've met them in my room. One night I woke up and I saw them standing beside the couch. Yes, I do sleep on the couch sometimes. They were standing beside me on the by the couch, and I woke up and I seen a male standing there, but I couldn't really wake up. They usually do this to me. Now I can't wake up all the way because they don't want me to get too excited and have a heart attack out of excitement or just like a shock. But anyway, I opened my eyes, I see him standing there, and then I'm like, I'm just so filled with love, and I felt like I was being protected and watched over, and then I went back to sleep. I just passed out. So yeah, it's pretty wild to actually meet Pleiadians. I've met them in civilian settings as well, and there's a whole story to that, but we'll get into that maybe. So this little girl here, I met her in my room as well. She is a type 3 hybrid. A type 3 hybrid is when you take a type 2 hybrid, like our DNA, and combine it with a full-blooded ET. These are type 3s, and these are the children's to us type 2 hybrids. So these are actually like very, very kind and very elegant, very divine, as all ET beings are, in my opinion. They usually have really stringy, thin hair, white hair, translucent hair at times, big black eyes. Some of them have colored eyes with pupils, like human pupils, but they're like big and round. They're very frail and tiny, and sometimes they have bulbous heads. So these are type 3 hybrids. I can tell you about my experience with her, but I'm kind of running out of time here. You can learn about those experiences in my playlist. You can go check them out, and please share and like them too. And if you want to, support the channel. How do you know which aliens are good and which ones are deceiving us? Intuition. And another thing, when they come to you, offer them love and compassion and say, if you are here for my highest good, then you can stay. If you are not, then you must leave. And then your energy, your intention will push them out. Now, I can't remember who it was. There's a whistleblower right now. It's going to come out soon that reality is like Star Wars combined with Star Trek and magic. Now, the magic part is consciousness, like we were just talking about. Your consciousness affects reality. So if you say only beings of love and good and light are welcome in your area, they cannot push back past that barrier, but you have to believe it. You have to understand what your consciousness is capable of. Sorry. But yeah, they're not trying to remove your souls. No, that's awful. That's misinformation, and that's not witchcraft either. How did you first make contact? They made first contact with me, showing up in 2008, and ever since then, showing up in my mind and my consciousness in my bedroom, taking me on the ships. They have always initiated contact first, but I have learned how to call them down. Speaking of that. How many of you would love to learn how to contact them and call them down to communicate with ETs? Okay, because anybody can do this. You don't have to be a type 2 hybrid to be able to contact them. We do have a direct link with them, but other people can contact them as well. Okay, this is really good. I see a lot of me's. Type me in the chat Me in the chat if you guys want to learn, so it's a little easier for you guys to type. Just 2 letters. Type me in the chat if you want to learn how to contact them, and we'll go over the procedures real quick. And what we're going to go over is technically what some people call a CE5, but it's a more simpler, easier version. So, whoa, how is it counting me's? How does it? Whoa, what was that? That's weird. Huh. Wow, look at how many of you are there. Oh my God, there's so many me's. Oh my God, no, the government's not catching me lying. They're gonna catch me telling the truth, and I'm probably already on a bunch of watch lists. How can we remember who we are? Meditation, going inward, finding the divinity within yourself, and we're gonna get into that. Okay. Sorry, my nose is itchy, and my hair is like poofy. All right, so let's go over how to contact them. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. Keep tapping the screen if you want to show some support. Tap the screen real quick, and then we're gonna get into it. Now, just know that there is a pinned video on my channel that you guys can go watch and go over these procedures once again at any time. So you don't have to screen record this. You don't have to memorize all of this stuff. You can go back and watch the video. It's pinned on my channel. There will always be a video pinned on my channel how to contact ETs. So, they travel in many different ways. Some can teleport consciously. Some of them can shift their consciousness and see you and talk to you in your mind without even leaving wherever they are. Some of them travel in their ships with their ships. Some of their ships are created through thought form alone in the higher dimensions, but we didn't go over that yet. It's the part that's magic. It's not magic. It's just a science that you don't understand. The science of consciousness, the science of reality. But anyway, I digress. How to contact them. Okay, let me bring this up a bit. Yeah, some of them use wormholes. Yes. Alright. So, first of all, there's some preliminary things that you need to do before you start doing the actual procedures to contact them. But you could be doing these at any time while trying to contact them. So it doesn't matter if you've been doing it, just started working on yourself, or, you know, you've been doing it a while. It doesn't matter. So, excuse me. So anyway, the first things I want you to do, some preliminary things before you start trying to make contact, is first of all, love yourself. Every day, I want you to say at least one good thing about yourself, and I want you to really mean it. Okay, I want you to actually love yourself. Fall in love with yourself again, but not in an ego way, in a respectful, admiring way. Love your body, respect your body. Okay, that's the number one thing. That's the first thing. Second thing, be in service to others, but not in the detriment to yourself. Now, what I mean is to actually show compassion and love others unconditionally. Okay, if you have an excess of something, give them that excess. Actually want to help somebody and get into that loving state. Okay, getting into that nirvana loving state for all living beings is very important before you start contacting ETs, because it will help you. All these things are helping you increase your frequency so you can be heard by them telepathically. Okay, but the next thing you need to do, some preliminary things, is forgiveness. Forgive yourself for everything that you've ever done, because you are God. You are source consciousness. You are divinity. You have the divine spark within you. The only person that can truly forgive you is yourself. Forgive yourself, okay? So, and forgive others unconditionally, with unconditional love. You don't have to react when someone does wrong to you. You can get out of their life, you can get out of their way, but you don't have to send them that energy back. Because if they give you negative energy and you accept it, that will affect your energy. That will affect you. You don't want that. Just send them love and compassion back. Turn the other cheek, as Jesus said. Okay? So, true forgiveness comes through understanding and unconditional love. Okay, with that said, the last thing is start working on yourself. If you have any problems in life, if you hate yourself, if you just any kind of problems that are affecting yourself, work on your problems. Now, with all these preliminary things out the way, let's actually go through the actual steps on how to contact them. So, step 1, find yourself a nice location. I am currently in my location. I love my backyard. I go way out there in the grassy field. We call them almost every weekend, and we have 90% or 99% success rate. And we've been having galactic shows, by the way, like insane stuff. I need to upload this videos, by the way, that reminds me. But stuff that'll just blow your mind when you come in here on the live streams. I show you UFOs. They come down. The Galactic Federation literally shows themselves. And no, it's not bugs. It's not fuzz. It's not satellites. It's not planes. These are literally giant orbs floating through the horizon, and like ships. And we've seen all kinds of stuff here. Anyway, rewinding. So find yourself a nice location. Okay? And then I want you to sit down if you can. And I want you to close your eyes. You can actually do this right now inside your house. Just do some practice, some preliminary practicing. Close your eyes. And I want you to listen to the sounds around you, whether it be the silence or the fan or the air conditioner or the sounds outside, the birds, the trees. Just listen to everything. Listen to the sounds. Be still in your mind. And know that everything you hear is you. That is you. That is part of the painting that you are part of. You are part of this beautiful painting together with everything around you. You are one with everything. The atoms that are made up of everything are inside of you. The energy that you're made of is everything. You are the universe. You are God, source, consciousness. We are fractals of God. Now I want you to open your eyes and I want you to look around and do the same thing and say, oh my God, I'm like, really feel it and know that you're everything. I want you, this is the grounding procedure that you're doing here. Okay? So I want you to know that you're that tree, that you're that bird, that you're that insect, that you're that train, that you're that car, the plane. Everything is a thought within this reality, and all those thoughts are you. We're all part of this giant play together. It's a collective play that we chose to experience together. And once you really embody that feeling that you are the earth, that you are the galaxy, you are the universe. Next step, fill your heart with love. Fill your heart with agape love. Love for all things, all beings, everything. Really, really feel that love to help you get to that point. Think about things that you love in life. Pets, friends, pets, friends, family, anything that brings you the highest joy in your life. Feel that love for them. Feel that love. Fill your heart with that love. And then I want you to show that love. Have love for the extraterrestrials, for the non-human intelligences, and send it out to them. And they will show up. And they may show up the first time. They may show up the second time or a month later. But they will show up when you are ready. This is not a joke. Okay, this is not a joke. If you want to be part of the new world and be on the heads up about what's going on, then you really, really would probably listen to me right now. Okay, so this is very real. This psychic communication, telepathic communication is what you're doing. When you telepathically communicate, you're sending emotions, energy in motion. This is what telepathic communication is. You use your mind to direct where the message goes, but your heart fuels the energy of the message. Okay? Telepathic communication comes from the soul, from consciousness, from the heart, not the thoughts. Your thoughts direct it where to go. It's like the satellite dish, but your heart is the power source of the telepathic communication. And because of that, because you have all that love and you've been working on yourself and you love others, they will hear you much, much better. Your frequency will be much, much higher. So, I hope that helps you. So, also, if you want to contact them before bed, just say, I'm here, I love you. Send them that agape love. Do the grounding while you're in bed and send them the love. And they might come to you in your dreams. And they might have a beautiful conversation with you. They might tell you some amazing things or show you who you were in a past life. And they'll get to know you. And just like, there's all kinds of things that could happen. And when you're ready to open that door, just do it slowly. Okay? Be patient with yourself and be patient with them. You can't rush anything in life. You guys are amazing. I really have to hop off now. I could go on for hours. I can tell you about all kinds of stuff, but if you want to follow or subscribe, please do so. It really does help. You guys hit the bell icon and the profile and hit all on lives and videos if you want to be notified in the future. I haven't said that in a while. I forgot. I don't know why I quit saying that. You can DM me, but I've got hundreds of DMs right now. It's kind of hard to get to everybody, but I'm trying to get to everybody. A lot of it's nonsense messages and people wasting my time, honestly. And but I'm looking for the people who are serious, who, you know, but if you want more information, just keep watching. Just keep watching the show. Keep watching the videos, because that's the easiest way I can get all the information out to you all at once. I'm very busy. I'm literally creating the United Experiences Initiative, and if you feel a call to help humanity, once again, please go to my Linktree and check out the links for the United Experiencers Initiative. And there's a Discord if you guys want to join. And then we have a whole community in there, and we're starting to get organized for the UEI, and we're going to start doing videos and helping people come out with their experiences and helping people love themselves and teach them about spirituality and how we're all connected and how we are all God source consciousness. So anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope the best for all of you in your contact sessions that you do, and I'm losing my voice. I've got to go. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'll be putting more information about extraterrestrials and hybrid, type 2 hybrids / starseeds / abductees in the future. And by the way, I was having a podcast tomorrow, but we're rescheduling it to next week because they don't feel good. So a lot of other people are coming to the woodworks wanting to interview me too, by the way. I have lots and lots of information, and I am a ambassador, a galactic ambassador, or whatever title, human title you want to give me. I'm just here as a representative for the Federation, and like an in-between between humans and ET. So I love you so much, and I'll catch you all later, and love yourself. It's very important. Bye guys. I love you so much. Keep shining bright. Love you so much. Namaste.